Hi guys, today I will be making part 3 of the 3D never-ending maze. Today we will be going over sound effects and high score. So we're going to have to start with two variables, score and high score. Score will be a cloud variable and score will be just a regular variable. Cloud variables only support numbers, so if you want to make like a cloud variable, like people can see stuff across devices, I guess you can say, it won't work like that. So I'm gonna set the high score to 0, set the score to 0. It's already like that. It starts like that. So I've already got the project's already saved. You always want to save it just in case. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the high score. I'm not gonna set the high score to 0 because that will not work very well. It wouldn't be very nice because then the high score resets every time. That would not be like what we want as a high score. So I've set score to 0. It automatically sets the score to 0 every time you start, so you can't continue your score. That won't be very fair because if somebody plays the game 2 months later, somebody else joins in, the first player will be like way ahead of the second player, and there will be no fun. There will be no competition. So next, I am going to change the score by 1 for every time. There we go. Change score by 1, change score by 1. Changing each of them by 1, so every time we pass a level or pass a backdrop, it changes the score by 1. Checking over it just in case. Yep, there we go. Save, and I'm gonna play. Look, I already have 6. That's something messed up, it seems like. So what we can do to fix that is put a wait event, wait control block, and we're gonna put it for maybe 0.3 seconds because the computer, when we press it, it kind of goes to the next backdrop too, because the computer is instantaneous. Humans aren't that instantaneous. We won't just click and get off right instantly for the backdrop. Like, so we can wait for the backdrop to change, but that's not gonna work. So we need to add the wait 0.3 seconds to make the computer less instantaneous and make it easier for us and make the game less glitchy. There we go, last one. Done. That is all I have for the wait 0.3 seconds, and I'm just checking over it again just to make sure. There we go, I checked. Everything has the 0.3 seconds. We want everything to have 0.3 seconds. Otherwise, it's still going to be sometimes glitchy on some things. Next, I am going to work on the high score block because the score works now. It'll keep going up and up and up every time you go next backdrop. So to change the high score, I'm going to go to variables. I'm going to go to if block because we need an if block here. I think I'll put an if else block here because we kind of want it to be in the front. We want it to be the first thing the computer checks. So if if, where is it? There it is. If score is greater than high score, then we want the score to become the high score. So the highest score becomes the high score. And we can put set score, but we're going to change it to high score because we want to set the high score to score. There we go. Now we have set, like, look, putting it like that. There we go. Yep. Works. So what I'm going to do is set the score to 0 because I want to restart everything. Because we're not really done yet. So I want to restart it until we're actually done. Now I'm going to put, yeah, that's it for the, that's pretty much it for the high score. But I'm also going to show how to change the, how to put the username there too. So I'm going to make another variable called king. So this is going to be the king of the game, basically the person with the highest score. And we're also going to need a username block. Yep. It's gonna, we're gonna have to use the username to play the game. Yeah, because the king will be the username. So it's gonna be set king to username. And we also want the king to show up. Yep, there we go. Save now. Well, let's try this. Now I am the king. Because I have the highest score. Side. There we go. Let's high score to 0. Set the king to 0. Set these 0. High score. You have to do the score first, then the high score, because if we do the high score, it'll automatically go back to the score because the score is still higher than the high score. 17 is higher than 0. Now we can go back here, and that is all I'm going to do for the score, high score, and king, but you can keep doing it and changing to do whatever you want if you want to do something else too. Now I'm going to go to the sounds. I have this sound preloaded up, the coin. It's in the sounds right here. It's an effect here. It's like that. It's a pretty nice sound. It's very small because we don't want it too long. Otherwise, it's going to be annoying. And it's just going to keep playing the entire game. That's like a background sound. That's not what you would want for past the level sound. So here I am back here. I'm going to play sound coin. I'm not going to do until done. I'm just going to do the start sound because it's going to make it 0.48 seconds because this coin sound is 0.18 as we can see here. We don't want to add on that 0.18 seconds. That wouldn't really work that well. What you can do though is just delete the wait 0.3 seconds and play sound coin until done. The coin doesn't really work for that kind of method though because it's 0.18 seconds. And 0.18 seconds isn't really that close to 3. 0.3. Now I'm going to go on and keep putting starts out coin for all of them. There we go. Now I'm going to check it over again just to make sure I have all of them. Yep, there we go. They're all in. I can also put a sound here, but I don't really want to. You can if you want to. And that is all I'm going to do for today. That's all for part 3. Bye. Have a good day.